Did Diana singing and dancing all in the rain? Ooh, I just wanna have a good time. Turn around, kick inside. Throw yourself to the right now. Ooh, bunny hop, drop, pop. Cross your legs, turn around and clap. Shuffle to the left, let's glide now. Ooh, drop it down low to the floor. Bring it up, tap and roll.
Hello everyone, my name is Lamont Geddes, and I'm the director of J.C. Null Community School and the Freedom Schools program with the National Center for Children and Families. I'm also a proud member of Omega Psi Phi, where I pledged in 1996 at Howard University, the Alpha chapter. While at Howard, the mecca of all HBCUs, I studied English and education. Yes, I knew I wanted to be a teacher right from the start. And from there, I went on to get a master's in curriculum and instruction at Howard University. Afterwards, I was a teacher in DC Public Schools. I also taught in the Freedom Schools program, starting in 1995. I was an SLI, I later became a site coordinator, and then ultimately, I went back to teach for summer school with DC Public Schools. I've been in education for about 2 decades. Throughout my career, I've also been an administrator. For a short while in my career, I was a regional technology coordinator, and it allowed me to get my administrative degree, and where I was a technology coordinator, and then I moved up to be a regional technology coordinator. And while I was doing that, I studied to be an assistant principal and principal. And then I later became an assistant principal in Prince George's County. While in Prince George's County, I served as an assistant principal in every level. I was an assistant principal at William Hall Elementary School, one at Dr. Ernest Everett Just Middle School, and also at Bladensburg High School. From there, I became a principal at Maya Angelou Public Charter School. I was there for several years, and then later went to DC Public Schools to be a principal at Malcolm X Elementary School. After that, I decided I wanted to go abroad. I wanted to spread my wings. And so I went to Saudi Arabia, where I was a principal at the Kingdom Schools. Yeah, that was an experience. After that experience was over, I came back to DC to my roots, where I landed grounds with the National Center for Children and Families, and I've been a community school director ever since. I've had a long stint in education, which is why I'm proud to be able to present this opportunity to all of my Freedom School students and scholars. Having this video on college and careers is important to me, which is why I think that I invited all of my friends with the Divine Nine to help explain their experiences. I'm hoping that although we're doing this virtual thing, that you're able to tap into the hearts and minds of all of the Black royalty that you're about to see in this video. Thank you, and remember, Omega men are great men, and it's an Omega man that did this virtual college and career day. To all of my students, to all of the good brothers, and to everyone, thank you.
Yeah, it makes things a ton easier. If you guys can't already tell what this video is about, I'm gonna be giving you a little bit of advice if you have any interest in joining a Black Greek letter organization. The short version is BGLO or BGLO, I guess. I never really called it that, but that's what they're saying online. So I'm gonna give you a little background information. All of our fraternities and sororities fall under the National Panhellenic Council. This council is also known as the NPHC. The NPHC was formed as a permanent organization on the campus of Howard University in Washington, D.C. on May 10th, 1930. Lastly, the National Panhellenic Council, also known as the NPHC, is sometimes also known as the Divine Nine, informally. The organizations that are inside of the NPHC are Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, and Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated.
It was an ice cold day in 1906 when 7 small brothers started this. Now I don't know what you've been told, but the bad spread walking where that black and go. Ego. Theta Psi so cold, we cocky, you all afraid can't stop me. And if you try, you won't get far, just tell it to my ice cold turn.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Andre. I'm here because a very special friend of mine, Miss Noella, asked me to speak to you guys today. So I'm a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, the first fraternity for African American men and men of color. I decided to join this fraternity because I wanted to be a leader for the younger generation after me, just like my founders led the younger generation after them. So I go to Bowie State University in Bowie, Maryland, the first HBCU in Maryland. I'm going to school to become a public relations specialist. So whenever one of you kids become rich and famous, I'll be able to help you to look your best to everybody. If you have any more questions, please let Miss Noella know, because I would be glad to come back and speak to you guys again.
Hi, Freedom Schoolers. My name is Felicia Nobles. I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, founded on the campus of Howard University on January 15, 1908. I graduated from the College of St. Rose in Albany, New York, with an undergraduate degree in elementary education with a concentration in English. After finishing my undergraduate degree, I went on to graduate school at Columbia University's Teachers College, where I earned a master's in curriculum development and teaching. I am currently a 4th and 5th grade teacher with the City School District of Albany, and I've been there for 24 years. As a member of the Delta Mu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, I serve as the graduate advisor to our undergraduate chapter at the State University of New York. The chapter is Pi Kappa chapter. So those are 3 schools.
Come on, guys.
Hold it, Rodney. Hold it.
Yes, who, baby? Data View, baby. Yes, who, baby? Data View, baby. Get a 11119. All right, work out, Kaylin.
Keep that foot up, Rodney. Uh-oh. Better hold it.
You got it. You got it. All right, Kaylin.
Hold on, Jay.
1908.
So, you want to be Greek. My first piece of advice is to know why you want to do it. Everybody has their own reasons for wanting to go Greek, whether that's to be cooler, or whether that's to do more community service, or get involved, or just build a name for yourself on campus. But you need to figure out what your reason is, and that reason needs to stick with you no matter what. A lot of times people will say, well, that's not a good enough reason to be in my fraternity. Well, it's your reason.
Yeah, this is a story. Thanks, though. The dog gets into the cell.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Jamar Day. I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Our colors are purple and gold. You'll see us sometimes with gold boots on or things like that, but we're also Omega men at the end of the day. We were founded at Howard University right here in Washington, D.C. in 1911 by 4 great men, and one of those were a faculty advisor, Ernest E. Jess, who's done a lot for the black community, as well as a lot for our fraternity. The basis of our fraternity is friendship is essential to the soul. That is the motto and what we deeply believe in. So we believe that you should support your friends and uplift. So no matter what college you go to, or no matter where you're going to go, you'll always see Omega Psi Phi. And when you see these brothers in purple and gold, just know they represent uplifting the community. They're about scholarship, they're about perseverance, and most importantly, manhood, because manhood is very much our first card. So with that being said, hopefully you'll have a good time enjoying this, and thanks so much for putting this on for the host and everything like that. Thank you.
All right, RJ. Come on.
Well, we are the dog. We out, fight, good side fight. We came to set it out for you, side fight. For all you of the friends that hope and wish, we want to know. Can you move like this? Well, we slide, we twist, we hop, we spin it for Omega Psi Phi. I said we spin it, we kick it, we shoot it, break it on down for my Q Psi Phi. What?
You looking so pretty, Kaylin. You are.
Hello, my name is Yolanda D. Potty. I am a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I pledged in 1997 on the campus of Hampton University. That's in Hampton, Virginia. I know 97 is so long ago, but here we are to stay in the business of service. And that is the main reason why I decided to choose Delta, the community service aspect. Then there were so many other reasons, like, why not? What's one of the 5-point thrusts we have is education, deals with education, and it's near and dear to my heart. I did not major in education at Hampton. I majored in mass media arts, but education found me. And so I'm a big proponent of people seeking education formally and informally. I speak about it often. Many of my topics with outside of what I do in the classroom always has an educational component behind it. I also bake. So again, I did not go to culinary art school, but I found my way into baking. And I have a company called the cookiecartel.org. Again, the .org is there because I like to give back to my community. So in recent times, my company issued a campaign to help cancer or those seeking cancer treatments to provide a swag bag. So we have been giving those out to those in the Washington, D.C. area. What else do I do? I write books. Okay, I'm an author. I've been writing since, I would say officially 7th grade. This is when I wrote my first poem. And I decided to publish in 2001, and I just kept publishing and issuing out some service to those who want to get into the publishing industry. So I say all that to say, whatever you decide to do in your career path, you have your dream and you also need to execute it on paper so that you can make those dreams into reality. So good luck. And from my heart to yours, the best wishes are those that are asked for. So ask for what you want and get what you need.
Well, it started way back in 1913 when 22 courageous women had the ultimate dream, dedicated to service and reign supreme. That's why today we stand before you wearing crimson and cream. It goes 1, 9, 1, 3.
So it really varies from fraternity and sorority. So the pledge process, it could take weeks, it could take months, it could take years. Like, I don't know, it just depends. Only I know from my organization perspective, and some of my friends who joined other organizations, I know how long they've been online. So it really depends on the fraternity and the sorority. Now, most of the time I would say at least 3 months minimum. That's what I would say, at least 3 months minimum. It could go from 3 months to 6 months. That's the longest I've seen, but you just never know depending on the chapter and the fraternity. Most fraternities and sororities, their national headquarters, will have a time where you will have to start the line and end the line. But sometimes it don't always go as planned. One thing to keep in mind, the process is very timely. Like, it's gonna take time. Like, you're dedicating these few months of your life into something outside of your norm. What you're gonna do online, you're not gonna be used to doing that on a day-to-day basis. It just takes time and dedication. So whenever you hop online or whenever you seek interest, make sure you can dedicate time to do that.
My second piece of advice is You need to do your research. I'm sure you've heard this plenty of times, but you really need to do your research. If you don't know my history, if you don't know my founders, if you don't know my aims, and if you don't know my mission statement and pretty much anything that you can find on Google about my fraternity, there's no reason for you to be trying to pursue membership. And that goes for any organization. I don't know why you want to put your name on something if you don't know anything about it. It just looks stupid. And then you're gonna embarrass yourself when they ask you a question and you can't tell them anything. Because at that point, you're gonna be outed as a clout chaser and you really don't have a real reason for wanting it. So it's kind of pointless because you're like embarrassing yourself, like go away.
Hi guys, my name is Christina Cal and I'm a member of the illustrious Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. So why did I choose to become a Sigma woman? So basically I have a soror, or what we call a sorority sister, who before I knew as a Sigma woman was my middle school assistant principal. She was someone I looked up to and was able to confide in when I needed advice. She supported me throughout my entire academic journey and helped me overcome a lot of obstacles in life. Her sisters at the time were also very supportive. Our sorority is home to educated, powerful, and unique women from different backgrounds who are natural-born leaders and nurturers. So when I found out that they were members of Sigma Gamma Rho and what the sorority stood for, being sisterhood, scholarship, and service, I knew that Sigma was the home for me to grow and learn more ways to give back to my community. Education-wise, I obtained my Bachelor's of Science in Criminal Justice and a minor in Psychology at Towson University, and I am currently pursuing my Master's in Social Work at Howard University. Career-wise, I'm an aspiring forensic social worker whose passion is to work with troubled youth and victims of violent crimes to help them gain justice, heal, and build a better life for themselves. Thanks for having me.
I am a classy, sassy, bold, and beautiful lady of SC.
Work out, Bree. Come on, bub.
Woo! Hey. Woo! Come on, Bree. One, nine, two, two.
Good evening, Freedom School scholars. My name is Ralph Belk, and I'm the Deputy Executive Director here at the National Center for Children and Families, and I'm a proud member of the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Great chance to talk to you guys about my journey. I'm a native Washingtonian, born and raised in D.C., attending D.C. public schools. Went to Bunker Hill Elementary School, then Bury Backus Junior High School, which is now actually closed. But also then went to high school at Banneker High School in Northwest DC. Decided I wanted to get away from the area for college and applied to Texas Christian University in Fort Worth, Texas. Got a partial scholarship to TCU. And there is where I pledged KA Psi, my second semester of my freshman year. I actually thought going to college I wanted to be an alpha man, but once I got on campus and met the brothers of KA Psi, guys who were of leadership, guys who were classy, men of distinguishments, leaders in the community, men of achievement, I decided that's what I wanted to be, Kappa man. So in spring 1988, probably before all y'all were born, I pledged KA Psi, and it was one of the best decisions that I've made in my life. I formed a network of brothers that I've stayed in contact with for now 30 years. And of course added new brothers that I've met over these 30 years that are part of the KA Psi Fraternity Brotherhood. And it opened doors for me, allowed me to start different business and personal relationships based on my brotherhood with those guys that are part of the KA Psi fraternity. So while TCU, my freshman year again, I pledged KA Psi, got involved in a lot of other leadership opportunities on campus, went on to graduate with my undergraduate degree in social work, came back to DC and did mental health, worked with adults with persistent mental illness as a social worker, and then went back to grad school, got a full ride scholarship to Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. Spent a year and a half in Cleveland getting my master's degree and graduated, and then came back to DC again Again, working with adults with mental illness, and then eventually making my way to the National Center for Children and Families, which back then was called the Baptist Home for Children and Families, and began working in foster care as our DC foster care program director, and then moved up maybe 3 or 4 years later to being the division manager of foster care and adoption services at NCCF. But for the last 10 years, I've been serving as the Deputy Executive Director, which means I'm responsible for oversight of our now 24 programs, which ranges from working with kids who are in foster care to families who are in homeless shelters or homeless programs. So at NCCF, we serve about 40,000, a lot of people, youth and families across DC, Maryland, Virginia, through our 24 programs. And I'm responsible for managing the leaders, the administrators who have oversight over those 24 programs. And I would say my success, or part of my success, came through, I think, my involvement in pledging KSI. Learned a lot of leadership qualities, a lot of teammanship qualities that helped me be the man that I am today. So I encourage each of you all to reach for your goals, strive for your dreams, and maybe one day you guys can be a Kappa man. No better fraternity than Ka Psi. All right, take care.
But the main purpose of this video is to make sure y'all are aware that the process to become a member is not easy. The process to become a member is not short. The process to become a member takes time and dedication. So you have to make sure you have time in your schedule. If you're borderline between, if the GPA to join the fraternity sorority is a 2.7 and you have a 2.7, I would say wait until you get a little bit above that 2.7, because when you get online and whenever you do the process, it's going to be so much things that you have to balance. It's going to be hard for you to balance your schoolwork. It's going to be hard to balance other extracurricular activities, your job, and being online. The process, like, it's going to take time, and it might take a toll on your GPA. So even though if you want to join and you want to seek interest and you want to be online, if you have just the minimum and they put you online, just know that that GPA might slip a little bit because you're not going to be used to the lifestyle that you're about to get yourself into. Now, when you're on the process, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to just learn about the organization. Nah, man, you're going to learn about the organization, you're going to learn about the chapter, you're going to learn about the yard, you're going to learn about other MPHC organizations, you're going to learn about your line brothers, your LSs, you're going to learn all type of things. You're going to be like, it's just going to be information.
Hello. My name is Andre Peterson. I'm the current chapter president of the Bowie State University chapter, the Epsilon Sigma of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Kappa Alpha Psi was founded on January 5th, 1911 on the campus of Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana by 10 young black men. Kappa Alpha Psi is one of the few Divine Nine organizations that was founded at a predominantly white institution. Our motto is achievement in every field of human endeavor. That means that whatever we do, and whatever field we operate, we do it well. We do it to the best of our ability. We accomplish our goals and great feats. We achieve in every field of human endeavor. Another thing that Kappa says is training for leadership. And that's the reason I chose my fraternity, because I'm a leader. And I wanted to be a part of something that would foster my leadership. I wanted to be a part of an organization, a fraternity of leaders. And so Kappa Alpha Psi provides you many opportunities to gain leadership goals and insight that you can take into any job, any career, any field that you want to take it to. Lastly, I want to say that I have much love for all of my Divine Nine brothers and sisters. Yo to the good news of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
So you want to be a pretty boy? I see you, girl. The yo. To work. All right, Izzy. And step in my show. Well, let me tell you something. Keep that face, Felicia. All right, to be a pretty look, you got to get in the cut. Yo, no. All right, Izzy. Woo. All right, Izzy. Not slide. It's my sorority. You cannot
I only got one brain. I don't have two brains. I got one brain. How am I supposed to learn all this in this little time period? But guess what? You're going to do it because you want to learn and you want to join and you want to be a part of that organization, so you're going to do it. I try to be as serious as I could just now. But anyway, it's just gonna be information overload, so just be prepared. If you don't have good study tips, study habits, get that in check. Because when you get online and you get on this process, it's gonna be a lot of studying for your classwork and it's gonna be a lot of studying for the organization you're trying to join. But to say the least, just know that the process is not short. It's a long process to join our organizations. It's a long process to become a member of an NPHC organization, because we take pride in what we do, we take pride in what we join, we take pride in every single aspect of the organization. Otherwise, we wouldn't have joined or we wouldn't have seeked interest. So whenever you're on the process, stay motivated. Understand why you want to join and become that member. No matter if the chapter brothers or the chapter sisters is not doing what you thought they were doing, you be the person that you thought that chapter was.
Be sure of your reason, be sure of the organization, be sure of the chapter, and if you say you want it, then do it. My fourth
Kennedy Street Freedom School. How y'all feeling? Hello, I'm Dr. Leslie Etienne, and I'm a member of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I pledged in 1993 on the campus of Philander Smith College in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's a small, historically black college in Little Rock, Arkansas. I have a Freedom School connection. Mr. Actually, my roommate at National Training in 1996 when we both started working for Freedom School. I am a professor of Africana Studies. I study the depth and breadth of black life. At the core of what I do is something that you were doing every day in Freedom School, and that's reading. The beauty of my job is that I get to read about black people. I get to read about black history, and I encourage you to do the same and continue to do the same and become a lifelong learner and carry out the tenets of Freedom School. So I appreciate you, and I hope that you're having a great summer.
Omega, 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 Psi Phi. Whoa, Omega, 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 Psi Phi. Whoa, I woke up early this morning. I saw this purple Q-Dog standing outside. Purple and gold were the colors he wore, with the Q Psi Phi in his eye, and he cried, Omega, 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 Psi Phi. Whoa, Omega, 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 Psi Phi. Whoa, I called my father this morning. I said, Dad, I want to pledge Q just like you. He said, son, it's a long, hard road to Omega. I hope you see it through. And he cried, Omega, 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 Psi Phi. Whoa, Omega, 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 Psi Phi.
Hey y'all, my name is Mariana Ayamel. I am a cosmetology instructor at Roosevelt State Opportunity Academy. Graduated from the illustrious Morgan State University. Make sure that you guys take your education seriously, further your education, go to college, do well in elementary school, middle school, high school. Do the best that you can be. I am a part of the best sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Joined this sorority because I felt like the mission and vision and goals of the founders aligned with mine. I love this organization. I hope that you guys continue to strive to be better. And for the ladies, when you get older, hopefully you can join this organization and become a part of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Ooh!
work at the National Center for Children and Families as a foster parent trainer. I'm a licensed social worker and have been a social worker for the past 8 years. I got my undergraduate degree from Kansas State University, and where I studied social work and also received a minor in leadership studies, nonprofit focus. I chose K-State because even before I was a student, I felt like a part of the K-State family. They welcomed me, they were engaging, they showed me around the campus, and it really connected with me as I was looking for the university for me. And so all the other campuses I visited just didn't make me feel welcome, like this was a school. So Kansas State was a choice in Manhattan, Kansas, which is called Little Apple. And there is where I pledged Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And I chose Delta, one, because when I was a young girl, I had a mentor who was there for me growing up, and I looked up to her. And so when I got to K-State and I seen the Deltas on campus were very strong, independent leaders and inspired sisterhood, and it reminded me of that same mentor. So again, it kind of already instilled in me that this was the organization for me. And from that point, I had sisters, and they showed me love and everything that I wanted to, again, feel a part of a family and connected. And I've gained leadership skills that have helped me throughout my career, and it's always bring a smile on my face, even as a social worker. And I met other sorors where we instantly connect, and whether it's at a networking event or at the job, I've always connect with someone. And it's also been helpful just as I travel and in an instant where seeing that this was the organization I'm a part of, that I get an instant respect, and I value that as well. So it's been very helpful for me as a social worker as I navigate through my social work career, and I hope this information is helpful for you as you're looking to find the organization and school for you.
To the best sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. That's right. 1, 2, stop. Like
you sunrise out.
Out. Down. Look at them drops. Hey, I look it. Oh, I love my DST. See, let's free me up, dog. See. Yes, we want to stop like an elephant. Oh, that Delta, strong and elegant. Oh, I love my DST. T. Yes, we want to stop like an elephant.
Sherman, and I attended Tuskegee University. While at Tuskegee, my freshman year, I was so impressed with all the sororities and fraternities. I was really impressed with the AKAs and the Zetas because I have a large number of family members that pledged those sororities. So after 3 years of really watching the Pink and Greens, AKAs, I decided that that was going to be the sorority that I chose. I waited too late, which was my junior year, so I decided that I would wait until I would graduate from Tuskegee to pursue pledging. Once I graduated, I found a grad chapter in Washington, D.C., and I submitted my letter. But one thing I did was kind of embarrassed by was the fact that I didn't have anyone to sponsor me, meaning that I didn't have a friend who was an AKA already. So at the time, my mother-in-law, best friend, decided that she would be my sponsor. So I had to get together my college transcript, which had to be a 2.0 or more to become, even be considered pledging grad chapter. Once I got all my information together, I had to go to several interviews, and then I was invited to be a part of a chapter in 1990. So it was a great experience. The sisterhood, the community service still is a major part of why I wanted to pledge AKA, and I'm excited that I chose this sorority, the Pink and Green, Ski-wee, for the rest of my life.
You have waited for so long. We're working hard, and so some of you think, but you just don't know. And what you heard, and necessarily so. You have waited for so long for the operas to come along. We are sorors, and we're striving. We have to work. Sometimes we have to cry. We have to hold on to Alpha Kappa Alpha, and we'll keep holding on until we die. Train just carries the on this train. You better let us know. This train don't carry no stigmas. This train.
My name is Sheldon Goins. I attended Bowie State University, which was founded in 1865 in Bowie, Maryland. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice in 2013. During my college career, I joined Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated, which was founded Thursday, September 19, 1963, at Morgan State College, now known as Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland. I joined Iota because it felt like home. I could be myself and didn't fit into any kind of stereotypes. And their principles resonated with me as well, which is scholarship, leadership, citizenship, fidelity, and brotherhood. Now, through my organization, I learned how to manage my finances, how to network, and how to become a leader within my community and within my own workplace. I am currently a full-time systems administrator for a Fortune 500 company and a part-time private detective. It doesn't matter what school you choose to go to or what organization you choose to join. Just stay true to yourself and remember to make a mark on the world.
Good morning. My name is Chantel Babur, and I'm a member of the Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated.
I got my Bachelor's of Science and Pre-Law Certificate from the first degree granting university and or college, which is Lincoln University of Pennsylvania. During my summer break of my freshman year, I got connected at the time, which is my mentor, who now is my sorority sister, and she got me involved in a lot of community-based programs. She would always call me, make sure I was okay, checked up on me, sending me scholarships, just a lot of things that displayed a Sigma woman. And as the time grew on, I got to know her more and know more about the organization, and I decided that I want to be a part of something so great. Thank you. Have a good day.
Many want to join black fraternities and sororities, but they don't know exactly how to show their interests correctly. During our recent Watch the Art East Coast tour, we visited the HBCU campus of Morgan State in Baltimore and got some advice from the Greeks themselves.
Be discreet in how, be mindful of how you express interest. Don't yell to everybody, I want to be a Sigma. Come to me, maybe early, or when you see me one-on-one, pull me to the side and say, hey, I'm interested in your organization, I would like to join it.
Yeah, you can't just come up and be like, I want to do this. It's not discretion.
Bring something to the table, and if you can bring something to the table that can help benefit the fraternity and help grow it and change it for the better, then that's something that we're looking for, something that we're interested in.
Achievement speaks for itself. If you're achieving, we're gonna notice.
Not where it's secretive, but it's like the only people who need to know. You know, so like if you're trying to be an alpha, you should only talk to being an alpha to alphas. You don't need to talk to no Kappas. You really don't need to talk to anyone else unless it's someone who you really have a serious close bond with. Like that may be like your family members.
When talking about showing interest, it's also important to get to know the brothers and sisters of the organizations that you're trying to be a part of. Really get to know their personal lives. Get to know who they are as a person. Why did they choose that organization? Because you saw something in them that made you want to be a part. So it's really important to look past just the letters, but look at the actual person of this individual.
Still our supporters, so come out and support us. Show us that you can support us before you are us.
At some point in time, these people will see you over and over again, and they'll want to know, what's up with you, why are you here? They'll want to get to know you themselves. So
you're basically saying it without saying it. Just keep showing up, keep showing your face, and then people like us, we're going to see that, and then that's when it starts. You start reaching out to them more, getting to know them. Exchanging numbers or information like that, and then
What advice would you give interests? Let us know in the comment section below. For more news and video related to Black Greek life, go to watchtheyard.com and follow us on social media at WatchTheYard. Many want to join black fraternities and sororities, but they don't know exactly how to show their interests correctly. During our recent Watch the Art East Coast tour, we visited the HBCU campus of Morgan State in Baltimore and got some advice from the Greeks themselves.
Be discreet in how, be mindful of how you express interest. Don't yell to everybody, I want to be a Sigma. Come to me, maybe early, or when you see me one-on-one, pull me to the side and say, hey, I'm interested in your organization, I would like to join it.
Yeah, you can't just come up and be like, I want to do this. It's not discretion.
Bring something to the table, and if you can bring something to the table that can help benefit the fraternity and help grow it and change it for the better, then that's something that we're looking for, something that we're interested in.
Achievement speaks for itself. If you're achieving, we're gonna notice.
Not where it's secretive, but it's like the only people who need to know. You know, so like if you're trying to be an alpha, you should only talk to being an alpha to alphas. You don't need to talk to no Kappas. You really don't need to talk to anyone else unless it's someone who you really have a serious close bond with. Like that may be like your family members.
When talking about showing interest, it's also important to get to know the brothers and sisters of the organizations that you're trying to be a part of. Really get to know their personal lives. Get to know who they are as a person. Why did they choose that organization? Because you saw something in them that made you want to be a part. So it's really important to look past just the letters, but look at the actual person of this individual.
Still our supporters. So come out and support us. Show us that you can support us before you are us.
At some point in time, these people will see you over and over again, and they'll want to know, like, you know, what's up with you, like, you know, why are you here? They'll want to get to know you themselves. So you're basically saying it without saying it. Just keep showing up, keep showing your face, and then people like us, we're going to see that, and then that's when, you know, it starts. You know, you start reaching out to them more, getting to know them. You know, exchanging numbers or information like that, and then just take it from there.
What advice would you give interests? Let us know in the comment section below. For more news and video related to Black Greek life, go to watchtheyard.com and follow us on social media at WatchTheYard.